This is politics. Hello guys, you all are welcome back to this channel where we dey bring una all the latest news wey dey happen for Naija. Guys, this man una dey see here so don come out come reveal some secrets APC is hiding from Nigerians. He also listed out the people that can stop the swearing in of Tinubu on 29th of May. Guys, it's obvious APC is working so hard not to lose this presidential seat. Even if it will take a human head, APC is ready to sacrifice. Anyway, make I not talk too much, just watch the video.
May 29, 2023 is around the corner. And for many of us, like Ulisa Bakoba, who believe strongly that the 2023 presidential election petitions should be concluded before the handover date of May 29, this date approaches with a lot of concerns in our heart, and it leaves people like us wondering, what are the possible things that can be done to stop the inauguration of Bola Ahmed Tinubu of the APC on May 29th? What can be done to stop him? Who can stop him? Particularly considering the fact that Peter Obi has a very, very strong case at the Elections Petitions Tribunal to stop him. And many people perceive that if Tinubu is sworn in on May 29th, then he would probably have the reins of power to influence the decision of the tribunal. That's what many people believe. And that's why it becomes increasingly important to consider, can Tinubu's inauguration be stopped? If yes, by who? Right now, the petition of Peter Obi is at the tribunal. And because the case is very strong, people are pushing for the fact that the tribunal should speed up action so that they can conclude before the May 29th inauguration date or the May 29th handover date in Nigeria. Now, let's look at some scenarios. Do you think that the Presidential Elections Petitions Tribunal can finish the case before May 29th? It doesn't look like that. It's not likely, because right now we're just about 30 days to May 29th, and the Presidential Elections Petitions Court is just at the pre-hearing stage. Peter Obi submitted his response to the preliminary objections of Tinubu and INEC just 2 days ago, and that gives the Presidential Tribunal 14 days to carry out its pre-hearing. Pre-hearing is where things are finalized, dates are fixed for the main hearing proper. It's also this pre-hearing period that the judges will be appointed. We heard yesterday or day before yesterday that the judges, the 5-man judges for the presidential elections petitions, have been chosen. And so they will now decide the date during this pre-hearing period. And of course, we're told that the president of the appeal court, who happens to be a woman, is the head of that presidential elections petitions tribunal or petitions court, PEPC, I like to call it. All of this pre-hearing stage is ongoing, but how likely is it that the petitions tribunal, the elections petitions tribunal, will conclude before May 29th? It is highly unlikely, like I said, because 14 days from now will just be like the middle, or just about 10th to 14th or 10th to 15th of May. And that leaves about 2 weeks to May 29th, which means that all of the 4 grounds on which Peter Obi is contesting the outcome of the February 25, 2023 elections, all the 4 grounds have to be concluded in 2 weeks. And that is closer to impossible than being practicable. Now, let's even assume, for the sake of argument, that the petitions are concluded in that 2 weeks and a judgment is made in favor of Peter Obi. That is not the end of the matter. That still cannot stop the inauguration of May 29, the inauguration of the swearing in of Tinubu as president of Nigeria. It will stop it, because if a verdict is given by the tribunal, APC and Tinubu still have the chance to appeal. And that is another 30 days to the appeal court. Now, from the appeal court, once a decision is also reached and it's not in favor of Tinubu and the APC, they still have a chance to appeal to the Supreme Court, which will take another 30 days. So, assuming that the Elections Petitions Tribunal is able to finish their case before May 29th, the appeal process will still extend it for at least another 2 months, which defeats the purpose of having the tribunal as a potential avenue to stop the inauguration of Tinubu as president of Nigeria. Now, if the tribunal cannot stop Tinubu being sworn in as president of Nigeria, what or who can stop the inauguration of Tinubu? Because right now, many of the supporters, many well-meaning Nigerians are not too happy. I am not too happy that despite the very strong case that Peter Obi has, Tinubu is still going to be sworn in. I'm not too happy. So what can we do? Who do we look up to? There are only two persons that can stop the inauguration of Tinubu. Only two persons. There are prophecies right now. Prophecies from men of God that say that Tinubu will not be sworn in. The prophecy is the thin thread upon which the hopes of many Nigerians are hanging as far as not swearing in Tinubu on May 29th is concerned. If that fails, because many prophecies seem to have failed concerning this 2023 election, if that prophecy fails, who else do we look up to? Can we protest to stop the inauguration of Tinubu on May 29th? Can a protest stop it? Any protest to stop the inauguration will be read very quickly by the government officials or the government forces as treason, because it will seem to